Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Planet Football, where football talk never clocks out. We're your hosts, Adam, Chris, and Riley. Let's get right into our episode. What do you say we start with some hot takes, Riley?
Oh, Chris, you're finally on the board, man. How do you feel?
I know, I'm excited. I was right for once.
Now,
1-0.
One and well, not 1-0,
one
but
to know this week.
yes, you're right, Adam. 1-0. I'm 1-0 for the week, baby. Let's go.
Unlike
Undefeated.
the Giants.
You just had to.
Yeah, because
You
they
had to do
suck.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
That Cowboys fan talking.
we'll see.
Yeah,
You better
buddy.
watch out, all right?
Seahawks
Watch out.
and a loss to the Tampa Bay. Yeah, y'all aren't making the playoffs either.
Oh, I know.
What happened to
But if you
I'm
do,
gonna be
it'd be kind of
delusional?
it's kind of
Well,
crazy
my hot
though,
take
that
was. Oh, go
I mean,
ahead.
if we're being honest, right? That like they are still closer to the playoffs than the Cowboys are right now.
Yeah, but the Cowboys almost have the same record.
Nope.
Just a different
Almost only counts in
division.
horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yep.
Didn't you guys play earlier this year?
Yeah, he played us
Yep.
pre-trade
Guess who?
deadline.
Guess who
Pre-trade
came up?
deadline defense.
And guess who won? 30 to 27.
Bragging about a win over Matt Eberflus is crazy work.
Cope.
That's just true.
Yeah.
Continue to
What
cope.
about you guys?
I mean,
How'd
heck-
you guys do on your hot takes last week?
I was close,
I was
but the
right.
Ravens blew a game. No, you weren't right. You said you'd win by 2 touchdowns, but he ain't getting it. Don't even try that. They did win.
I was still
but they
right.
didn't win by 2 touchdowns. Your hot take was that they hunker and beat down the Bucks, and they did not.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
you said more than 10 points or something like
it
that.
it
You
depends.
said 14 points. You said 2 touchdowns, 14 points.
Well, that doesn't fit my agenda.
It fits mine, and I run the podcast here, bud.
Asked. But yeah. I
Don't you
I mean
know
mine was. I mean mine was
Do we need to
close.
play the audio file we just got of you at?
I was just gonna say, don't you know what kind
Do
of
we need to
power
play
he
the
has
audio
now, Adam?
file?
You gotta be careful.
What do you think of your
Uh,
favorite player, Cam Newton?
No,
Oh,
he's the
God.
best.
We're getting into this already. Yeah, he hyped up the team. That's how you guys won. I
Yeah.
saw that he was dancing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he was
I miss
doing
him.
cringe on the sidelines, so it made the team want to get away from
Hey,
him,
listen.
and that meant to the end zone.
Adam, it doesn't matter if your hot take was 100% or not. Your team won.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, man.
You're-
That's all
you're-
that
you're
freaking
closer-
matters.
You're closer to you're like 2 wins, or actually more like 1, but you're right there on the verge of the playoffs, right there. You know, you
Yeah.
don't even have to beat the Seahawks. You just gotta beat the Bucks next week. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. All that matters.
Unless the Buccaneers lose and you win.
Unless the Bucks win and y'all do beat the Seahawks, then yes, y'all are in.
Beating another number one seed, and
I mean,
having our rivals lose. Oh yeah.
the
Big
Panthers
time.
gonna be they're gonna be the number one seed killers this year, maybe.
They'll
That just
match
shows you
the
that we
next
can-
number 1 seed.
That shows you that we can beat anybody. We could also lose anybody. Or is we're too
That's definitely
inconsistent.
true. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, you won. There were actually quite a few interesting games in the past week here. The 49ers and the Colts.
You don't want to.
Philip Rivers didn't look that bad, unfortunately for him.
You jumped into
But
that
He
one,
still
but
got
you
it.
ain't gonna
He
jump
was
into
on
your.
the-
You ain't gonna jump into the hot
Yeah.
take you got right there, Chris. The
I'm
big
getting there.
one right
I'm
there.
getting there.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. It's a layup. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the Jaguars and the Broncos. All right. And you know what? I'll be completely honest with you. When I made my hot take, I was being more generous than I actually felt. Like in my heart of hearts, I was like, I think the Jaguars are gonna win comfortably, and I might have even said that. I think I might have said that they're gonna win comfortably.
No,
But
I think you said
I
close
just-
one. I think you said.
I
close
might have,
one.
yeah. I might have said close one, but man, I don't have any faith in the Broncos. And I know that's a weird thing to say, given that like I think their defense is good. I think they've played well. I've seen a lot of good stuff out of Bo Nix. But I just the battles that they're having, these close battles against teams, and I think against a good team, they're just not ready.
the shit
They
ain't gonna
can't
fly
stack
in the
up against a good
playoffs.
team.
That's it. You
Yeah.
can't have this happen in the playoffs. A 20-13 victory over the Chiefs this late in the season is kind of pathetic. It's
Yes,
considering no
exactly.
Minshew and no
The third string
Mahomes. Like
quarterback.
what
Yeah.
are we doing, Broncos? You have to handle teams like that.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And I mean, I was happy. You can ask Riley. Uh, I came into work that Monday,
He was so
and
jovial.
I would not shut up about the Jaguars beating the Broncos. I was telling everybody that came up, I was like, I called it. How about those Jaguars?
Go check out our podcast. I'm a prophet. I'm a saint. They're calling me the
Yep.
next JC.
Tony Romo.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tony Romo.
What can I say?
You know,
I'm the knowledge.
the Pope wants to know my location.
Do you think that Side note, do you think that the reason why the Bears are so good is because the Pope is a Bears fan? You think he's like calling in
If
some
that was true, the White Sox wouldn't suck like they do. Okay, that's just
Yeah, it's
that's
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson might be the next Pope. Just saying.
He is.
He's probably
he's in the selection
he's
pool.
the
He
next
already
candidate
is.
for the
He
Pope.
already is
You
it.
know, he's already the king of Chicago, and
Yeah,
everything.
they love
So,
him over there, huh? Well, for now, until the Bears move.
and you can
Over to
see
Gary.
the Lions are crying
They're
right now because
cursed.
they
They're
need him
back to
back.
being the Lions.
They just need to
Yeah,
get
It's
back
because he
to.
did that dance.
Actually, it's
Man,
more
I
of their
can't believe I was
defense.
so disappointed in their performance against
No
the Vikings.
politics
Now,
on
I
the
do think the
podcast,
Vikings.
Adam.
Brian Flores has been rolling with a pretty great Vikings defense over there. He's been doing a great job. That Vikings defense is legit.
It's crazy
And
that they're.
Riley was actually telling me that was his opinion first. I gotta say, I gotta give him credit. But I looked into it a little bit later today, and he was not kidding. Uh, Defense is they're good. Um, they could be a scary team with a little bit of offensive line work and the right quarterback.
I feel like in terms of what they're going to do, I think it's either two things. I think either Kyler Murray ends up in Minnesota or
Ooh.
Tua
That's what I
Tagovailoa ends up in Minnesota.
I honestly had an inkling that Kyler could
Ooh.
end up in Miami, and then Tua ends up in
Yeah.
Minnesota.
That
Yeah,
would
I
be
think that's
crazy.
that's more likely, but who knows?
That would shake the league
Um,
up a little bit. I have a couple friends who are Dolphins fans. I asked them, like, "How would you feel about Kyler Murray being your quarterback next year?" And they were astounding, like, "Oh, hell, fucking no." So I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
They don't like either option.
That's gonna be a tough one.
They don't want
Zach
either
Wilson.
of them. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
I don't understand why
Zach Wilson.
they hopped over
Bro,
Wilson
Zach
for
Wilson
Ewers.
goes to the Vikings and he balls out. It's like I don't
But
understand. Was he good?
but I mean, I think Minnesota. We clearly know we knew what the issue was. It's the quarterback play is not as high as it was last season.
Did you
Yep.
the stat line for Bosmer on
People didn't
Christmas
want to say
Day? What 9 for 16 for 53 yards, and if you look at the total net yards, there's only like 3 net passing yards. Yet they
Yeah.
beat the Lions.
He
Yeah.
had Sam
Jordan
Darnold's stat
Addison
line.
had more rushing yards than he had receiving yards. I'm pretty
He
sure in that
he
game.
did.
Yeah,
Um,
like
but what Brosner did was exactly what Sam Darnold did in 2022 for the Carolina Panthers against the Saints. He only had, I think, like 40 passing yards on the game. I think he had maybe less. I know he had an interception too. He was like 4 for like 18 or 4 for like 16 or something like that. It was egregious, and we still somehow found a way to win the game.
hey, it happens.
Yet my
I'd rather
glorious
have an
king,
ugly
Rain
win than
Dakota
a
Prescott, has an off game and still throws for 302 and 2 touchdowns. That's
Yeah,
just
he got
that's just my
sacked
goat,
6 times
my
as
king.
well.
You know.
Six times Dak was sacked.
We won't talk about the Chargers game because the defense and fumbles had to die us there, but it didn't really matter. We were already up and out. So it's
Yeah.
like,
I actually was surprised that the Chargers beat you as badly as they did. I thought the
well,
Cowboys had a shot at winning that game because
we
usually I feel like you match up pretty good against that Chargers team typically,
They adjusted
but
really well to our offense in the second half and created a ton of stops, and then our defense just was not ever going to stop them, and that was just the name of the
yeah.
game.
Well, you had the
Couple of
turnovers as
late
well, right?
fumbles, turnovers, a missed field
Yeah,
goal. Just it's just
it kind of changes
it's just
everything.
that
The
time of the
turnovers are
year.
always
The
such a
Cowboys fall apart. Postseason's close. Yada
yeah.
yada
Well,
yada.
I mean, the season, and also like you can't make it. To, yeah, you're exactly. You can't make it to the playoffs. I'm not sure if everybody's playing with 100% of their
Well,
heart right now. You know?
I kind of had wondered that if maybe, just maybe, that we learned we weren't gonna make it, and maybe there was a little bit of give up in that team and during that game.
It was.
Yeah.
Because you saw the Commanders game, they had a better effort, a better performance offensively. Defense still sucks. Matt Eberflus, uh,
Yeah.
oof, I cannot legally say what I want to on the podcast, so we'll hold off on
Yeah,
that.
but there's a little bit of that divisional animosity towards the Commanders too, you know. So even though it doesn't matter, it matters.
We had
But
you had like I mean, but you see players like Clowney who's 33 years old and on a 1 year
I
deal,
like him.
given that type of effort in a game that
Yeah,
means
I
absolutely
like him.
nothing.
Yeah.
hey,
So
that's Carolina made, baby.
Yeah, no, he's
yeah, I
good.
wish
I
he
like
did that
him a
his
lot.
first 10 years of his career, buddy.
Yeah. I mean,
I
Adam,
did too. He learned. He
he,
learned.
he got better. He's just one of those players that got better as he went on
Mm-hmm.
in his career.
Adam, what do you think about your fraud pick for Brock Purdy last week?
Oh, fraud Purdy, yeah, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh man, he cooked me, brother.
He cooked,
Uh,
yes. You know, it's crazy. We were watching that game together, and we're watching the start of that, and we're like, "Oh my God, old man Philip Rivers is about to put on a show."
he did put on a show.
He did, but unfortunately, the Colts defense decided that the 49ers could score at will.
They did the old they oh my god, how do you get lit up by Brock Purdy? Of all people you get lit up by, Brock Purdy. Panthers
Maybe he's
had
better
him
than you think.
looking like
You know,
no.
you know the
Maybe
glaze
your defense, but don't
dog,
the Panthers have an incredible pass defense though? Like,
but the
Not
glaze Philip
defensive
Rivers was getting
line.
for just changing and
He
making
had all the time in the
adjustments.
world.
No one's
Gotcha.
talking about Brock Purdy's performance. They're all like, "Well, look at Philip Rivers on the other side. He calls plays at the line of scrimmage and makes adjustments." Like, yeah, but he lost 41-27. I don't care what he did.
Yeah.
He still lost.
I do.
I mean, I'm finally seeing Dak praise on my timeline with stuff like that. Like they forget Dak is still a field general man. It's just
No.
it's not as common anymore in the newer quarterbacks.
Yeah, I will say that Philip Rivers, like the fact that he can come in at 44 after not playing for 5 years and perform as well as he has, it does show a lot about like that era of QB. The fact that they can just like you can literally take Grandpa off the sideline and put him in the game, and he's able to like perform. It's kind of like that's kind of crazy, you know. Like it just goes to
So
show you how much of a mental game football is.
I'll put it
Like
this way: he did not play that great in the Seahawks game. He had the one good touchdown
no,
pass.
he didn't.
He
But he
played
was
much
playing
better
against
against the
the best
Niners.
defense in the NFC.
He played much better against the Niners, a depleted Niners team. But it's just like he's playing all right, and
But
it's still
don't forget,
amazing that he can come in and play all right. But people act like he's coming in and dominating games, and he's not.
He is.
you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But don't forget, the Seahawks are literally like statistically the best defense in the NFC, one of the best defenses in the league, right? And he was moving the ball better than a lot of other people have against them this year. And the 49ers, their defense is not as good as it's been in previous years, but it's not bad. And he was able to move the ball. And you're absolutely right. It's not like he came in and threw 5 touchdowns and like 400 yards.
Though at the start
right?
of that 49ers game, it looked like he might have because
It looked like he
he
might.
started off
I
really
think what happened
hot.
with him, I actually think he could have, but I think his age was kind of a limiting factor for him in that game, especially with the amount of like the ball was moving down the field on both sides so quickly. The offense kept coming out, you know. I think he just got tired. Um, I think that's kind of where the old age started to show. We'll see how they play against the Jaguars. I think that's another bad matchup for him. Personally, he's had a rough patch against the teams that he's had to play. I mean, to go from the Seahawks to the Niners to the Jaguars, and then are they playing the Texans at the end of the year?
I
Or
don't.
is the Jaguars they're playing the Texans,
Yep,
I
it's
think, right?
Jaguars and Texans.
Yeah, I mean, Philip Rivers has not it's not exactly been an easy path for him. So if he continues to play even like here's a question. Do you guys think he'll play next year? Or do
No.
you think that
No,
this is
I
just a
think this is
one
just a
time?
this is a one time. Daniel Jones got hurt. We just need you for a couple of games type of thing. I think if he plays next year, it won't be with the Colts. It'll probably be with someone else. But I just don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I
The
don't see it either.
Chargers.
But
The
yeah, Justin Herbert's
Cowboys.
getting traded to the Panthers. What? No.
I'd
Bryce
shoot
Young for
myself.
Philip Rivers straight up.
You'd
Yeah.
shoot yourself? Why? Wouldn't you be happy?
No,
No?
Yeah.
no, I want
Oh,
I
I
want
would
to
take
back
Justin
up.
Herbert.
Oh, oh, oh! I thought you meant Philip Rivers. I was like,
No, no, I said Justin Herbert gets traded to the Panthers.
yeah, we'll trade Justin Herbert
Make him
for
a
first
running
round
back.
picks. Young goat is so much better.
Make Justin Herbert a receiver. Turn him in the next Lad McConkey.
Yeah. Nah, he'd be more of a tight end, you know. He's like 6'6". He's a big guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the past games. Those are the big one of notes.
Yeah.
We're getting into the final stretch of the season, which is kind of why I put the label this episode as the final countdown. Is because I mean, 2 games. That's it.
We got some good
Um,
ones coming up too.
We do.
this
We have
week.
some really good games. You have
Yeah, I can't wait
Texans,
to talk about 'em.
Chargers, Ravens, and Packers should be good. Jaguars and Colts should be good. Panthers, Seahawks,
Yeah,
Giants,
I think that one's gonna be good.
Raiders,
Yeah, well, you know,
Eagles,
we'll see
Bills,
about that
Niners,
one. Eagles,
Bears.
Bills, I'm excited for.
I think
I
the best
actually
game
have
out of them,
Giants,
Giants,
Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah,
Yep.
Listen, I'm gonna
this
be
is the
watching
Super Bowl
Giants,
showdown
Raiders,
everybody
okay?
wanted right here.
It might be. All right. I was talking to someone earlier, Giants fan, and they were like, "We really probably should lose so we can guarantee that number one pick." And I don't like that. Like
You're
I'm
not
not.
losing.
I don't like that.
You're winning out and
But
making the
also
Super
like
Bowl.
I think, yeah, for sure. Um, I mean, I see the merit to it. It's like, yeah, because we could make some trades with that number one pick. Like we could really do something if we're smart about it. But I don't know. Like I
I
have a
think it's
feeling
going
the
to be an
Giants are gonna
entertaining
win.
game. I think it's going to be a
I
very
mean,
entertaining game.
if we lose, it'll be because of our it'll be because of stupid coaching decisions.
I kind of hope it turns into one of those stupid 2-13 team shootouts that you see at the end of the year. Like
Yeah, I would
this
love
game
that.
ends
If
like
it's like
45-41 or something like that.
yeah, I would love that. That just to watch my team score points would make me happy. You know, even if we lose, it's like, oh, we got a high draft pick, and I got to watch them be talented for a little bit. You know,
You won't
I
get that.
just
You'll get a 5-3 game.
thank you, I appreciate it. 5-3,
Five
a
to
field
three.
goal
Uh,
and
No,
a safety.
it's actually gonna be 6-4, and it's gonna be all safeties. Every single point is safeties.
All safeties. You know, honestly, if there were that many safeties in a game, it would probably be fun to watch. Like that's kind of wild, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got two
Oh,
games
man.
tomorrow night on the Saturday slate with the Texans and the Chargers.
Yeah,
That's
gonna
gonna be a good game.
I think it will be. I would have had I would have had the Texans, and I think I still might have picked the Texans. But their performance against the Raiders was a little bit suspect. The defense is still great. The Texans offense, I don't know about. Like I don't know about the Texans offense right now.
I feel the same way, but I think that's like the AFC's MO right now is suspect offenses with really good defenses. I think that's just
Except for
how the
Buffalo.
AFC is gonna roll. Except for Buffalo, except for the Jags, you know, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think every now and then there's gonna be a close game. I won't put it out. I mean, because look at the Jags. We talk about them. They had a 30-29 victory over the Raiders. So it's like it happens. Raiders had a good game. Ashton Jinty
They are still a
surprisingly had an
professional football team.
insanely good game. Um, actually, I was just telling Chris this earlier today. Very big props to Ashton Jinty because considering he's on one of the worst O lines you'll ever see, but he's 824 yards on the season. Most of it comes after contact. I give a lot of props to him this year. If they
Yeah, he's
can
pretty darn
really
good,
build
isn't
that
he?
O line and then get him a young quarterback, that Raiders offense just should be better. But um, I I think I picked the Chargers to win this game, and I think it's for your reason, Chris. Is I don't trust the Texans offense to go out and win a game. I think they're two very even teams, but I think at the end of the day, if you're gonna pick an offense to drive down the field and get the game winning field goal, it's gonna be Herbert and the Chargers.
Yeah, I could see that, but also like there's just that part of me that's like, yeah, but it's the Chargers and they like to choke, especially when if the Chargers win out, they win the division right now. Like their fate is literally in their hands.
No,
And
I'm
I'd love
pretty
to
sure
see
they
them
would
do
need the
it.
Broncos to lose. They
I know,
won't win.
I think that they just need to win, right?
Chris, they will
Because of
not win the division. They do have
no.
they need the Broncos. I think they need the Broncos to lose twice. Well, okay. Well, yeah, you're right. It's odd, Chris. Sorry. It's they do play them last, so if they win out and beat the
Yeah,
Broncos, I think they take the division.
I think so. Yes, they will if they win out. So
Cuz
if they beat the
it'd be
Texans and the Broncos, it's
same
in their hands. Yeah.
yeah.
Like they can win the division, but they have to win both games. Uh, man,
Why have the Broncos
that's
played
tough.
one less game?
Probably because they had a bye week.
Yeah, but they're 13-3. Shouldn't there be
When
17
when
games?
13 and
Uh,
3,
Oh,
that
I'm
means they
so
probably have a
dumb.
bye week.
I'm so dumb. The the
yeah.
Chargers game hasn't played yet. I'm looking at it like
Yes.
they already
Yeah, the
played.
Broncos
Don't
just
worry
played
about
last
it.
night. They literally just
Um,
played. Yeah.
yeah, if they went out and go 12-4, do the Chargers have the tiebreaker over the Broncos? Is that the question?
If they beat them in the last game, they would.
I don't know how their
I
tiebreakers work anymore, honestly.
if the Chargers beat the Texans and the Broncos, they will win the West. Is how that's what they're looking at right now.
That'd be interesting if the Chargers end up taking that division from the Broncos somehow.
I believe. Wait, no, because what is? Hold on. I think so. I just looked it up. The internet might be lying to me though. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I think you're right,
but I'm pretty
Chris.
No, you're right, Chris, because
Yeah.
Denver hasn't clinched yet. They haven't clinched the division,
Yeah.
meaning there's still a chance
They clinched the playoffs. They're the
Yeah.
first team to do
No,
so.
no, they clinched
Yes.
the playoffs. They just haven't clinched division.
They have not clinched the division. There's a lot of divisions that haven't been clinched yet.
Yeah.
In the AFC, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
NFC is
It's
pretty
just-
much wrapped up.
Well, I think the NFC North can still be switched around between the Packers and the
Yeah,
Bears,
Packers,
and
Bears.
then
The
your
West
division is
could-
still up for grabs.
The NFC West, those three teams.
Yeah,
could
that
still-
division
any
is
one
like-
of those three teams could
Oh,
still
never
win like the
mind.
number one seed. You know, like
Epic
then,
script writing from the NFL.
All this
Great
for
job,
Brock
guys.
Purdy and the Niners to retake the 1 seed somehow.
I know. I'm saying it could happen.
That would require the
definitely
Rams
could
to
happen.
lose to the Cardinals and the Falcons, and that's not
Yeah,
happening.
probably not.
That's
gonna
just
happen.
not happening.
Probably. Yeah,
The
probably.
Cardinals ain't winning.
Oh, that's what we're saying. That the Rams aren't losing again.
Cardinals ain't winning.
Now you don't think the Cardinals can pull it off?
Nah.
No.
But how about my Panthers, man?
Yeah, y'all got a big game this
Okay.
weekend. Y'all got the
Yeah, it's
y'all
gonna
got
be
the
a big one for
Seahawks.
sure.
I will
Um,
be there.
You'll be at
You
the game
excited?
with a Seahawks fan who's been on this podcast, Clayton. So loser
Yeah,
gets
someone's
put through a
gonna be
table.
happy.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, try not.
Somebody's
to
gonna be happy and somebody's gonna be sad. Most
Somebody's
likely it's gonna be
happy
me
and
that's gonna be
somebody's gonna be
sad.
grabbing the steering wheel and driving it off the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already have my life
Technically-
jacket.
Technically, even if the Panthers lose, it's not the end of their season, though.
No, it all just
No.
hangs on beating the Bucks next week.
Because
They'll-
either way, we win or lose. Gotta still beat them.
It would be better if y'all do enter the playoffs at 10-7, though. So I will say that.
I really honestly do not care. Uh, because we're in the playoffs for the first time
Yeah.
since I was a
And
sophomore in high school.
if you make it to the playoffs, you'll have a home playoff game.
Exactly. I won't go to it because it'd be
Well, I'm not saying
Lord
that
knows.
you'll go, but you might have a little bit of home field advantage.
No one said you were going, bud.
Nope. Nope. Y'all said it.
I'll go to it.
But I have to
I'll
decline.
wear my Dak Prescott jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Show
like
my
this should have been us
dominance.
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be us next year.
Yep. We're gonna be the Panthers next year.
Yeah.
Let's go. Nah, the Giants are
Oh.
winning the East next year. Wait and see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
It
It's gonna be
all depends on your
wild.
head coach, buddy. If you
Yep.
hire a stinker of a coach, you're gonna be quiet real fast.
Nah, we're gonna go
Uh,
wild.
can't wait for Braden Brandon Staley to be your next head coach.
No,
Matt
Yes.
Eberflus.
Yes.
Matt
No, no.
Eberflus. Your next DC, Matt
No, 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 no.
Eberflus.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Your offensive coordinator is gonna be Spatullo.
Chip Kelly.
Not Spatullo. Yeah, Spatullo. The Eagles offensive coordinator, the current one.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're not gonna go with Shanahan. Not
No.
Shanahan. What's his name? Shula.
Oh yeah, Mike
Yeah,
Shula.
Shula.
Mike
Mike
Shula.
Shula. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No wait. Head coach Garrett Riley, Mike Shula, and then defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus with Braden Staley as
yeah.
your quarterbacks coach. There you go.
I
Oh,
think
you're
I think
screwed,
Brian
bud.
Dayball. I think Brian Dayball's looking for a job.
Yeah, he is. Y'all fired him. I'll just take him back.
Future Panthers head coach. Just kidding. We probably won't get him.
No,
Oh
Dayball.
man.
Dayball will be a college head coach next. I'm a head coach next, or an offense coordinator. I have a feeling on that one.
Going back to the Bills. Joe Brady gets a head coaching job.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Brady. He'll be the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. One day,
Who?
the Oakland Raiders
Nah, he's
Nah.
when
coming.
they
He's
fire
coming to town.
geriatric Carroll.
He's coming back home.
Yeah. Where's
He's
that?
going to LSU.
Hades.
Huh. Yeah,
No, he's
LSU in 5 weeks when the Bama job opens up,
yeah.
and Kiffin dips from LSU to Bama.
Yeah. Exactly what's gonna
Uh,
happen. Word for word,
He's
bar for
going to
bar.
collect. He's going to collect every SEC school like an Infinity Stone.
yeah, pretty much. All right, Chris, you want to go over your big game of the week there, the Eagles
I
and the
do.
Bills?
Galaxy
Yep.
game plan.
Galaxy game plan.
Chris is pushing
this
up his
week.
glasses. Actually,
Everybody listen.
No, sorry. I apologize for anybody that just heard that.
Nope.
He
Yeah, so I
doesn't.
did pick the
Chris
Eagles
hates you
at
all.
Bills. Before we get into why, I'm just gonna throw this out here at the start. I've got the Bills winning this game, uh, and it's not just because I like them more, even though it partially is. Um, Here's the thing. I am definitely biased. Let me preface all this by saying I am extremely biased against the Eagles and in
It's
favor of
almost
the
like
Bills.
two of us in this podcast are.
But I really do believe that the Bills have got this. I think it's going to end up being more of an offensive it's going to be more of an offensive battle I think than people think. Um, the Eagles do not have a very good rushing defense. I think they're ranked 21st. The Bills have a really bad rushing defense. They're ranked 31st. Saquon has been playing really well, and Jalen Hurts can run the ball too, so that's going to be super important. But if the Bills' offense is able to build up steam and go down, I have no doubt that they can score against the Eagles' defense. I just they're playing at home. I think the Bills are 15 for 16 their last 16 home games. They don't lose at home. Um, Josh Allen, if he's been playing
Adam's
well towards
favorite
the end of the season.
quarterback.
If Josh Allen plays well, if he shows up, if he's able to, if he has to use his legs, so be it. If he's got to use his arms, which I'm sure he will, his arm, and he's got a powerful one. I trust him. I don't have confidence in the Eagles, right? Obviously, I'm looking for every possible weakness that I can. People are really excited about the Eagles because they've won their last few games. But then you have to remember who they've beat, right? They have not been like they were on a 3-game losing streak before they played against the Commanders and the Raiders, both without their starting quarterbacks, right? So like I think people are a little high on them right now. I don't think they're as good as people think. I have more confidence in Buffalo. I am worried about Buffalo's defense though, especially their run defense. It does concern me. Now, I would be worried about the pass defense, but the Eagles' pass attack this season has not really impressed me. Despite the fact that they got some really dangerous options uh, running out there, catching balls, running routes. I can't. I want to believe that they're going to
You
lose,
can't trust Jalen
and
Hurts,
I'm
and you can't trust the play calling.
exactly. That is exactly right. And also, I don't want to trust them because I want them to lose.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
I
be
think
completely
America
honest
wants
with
them to
you.
lose.
Yeah, I want Buffalo to win. I think Buffalo also has to win. This is a must win for Buffalo. Is it a must win for Philadelphia? Kind of, because if Philadelphia wins, they prove that they're like a serious threat in the NFC. But they've already won their division. It's really not that big of a deal for them. Buffalo still has a shot at that division in
It's
the
a fight
East.
for the
Now,
one seed for Philly. That's the only thing they're fighting
yeah,
for,
that's
really.
true. Yep. And I'm sure they want it, but I don't think they're going to get it. I think the other teams that are fighting for the one seed right now are just they're animals.
Yeah,
They're savage.
the one seed's going
You
to
know?
go either to the Rams or the Seahawks.
Yeah, or
I
maybe the
don't.
49ers.
Could be,
No.
but it's not
It's
happening.
probably not going
Like
to
I
be the
said,
49ers.
the Rams have
Um,
the Cardinals and the
but I do
Falcons.
think the
Is not
49ers are
happening.
pretty good. I actually think the 49ers are pretty darn good right now.
Yeah, they're good, and they're good,
And they
especially
could
good for
definitely
knowing
knock
that they're
somebody out in
missing
the
ninety
first round
percent
of
of
the
their
playoffs.
defense, and they don't really have a true receiver. So,
Yeah.
um,
Um, but
but
I have much more confidence in the Bills. I think their offense is great. Um, and I mean that they've been scoring a lot of points. If you look at the two teams over the past few years, statistically, they are very similar. The only difference is that the Eagles have those Super Bowl appearances and that one Super Bowl victory, which is sad, but it is true. But if you look at like their points per game, you look at their yards per game. I just think Buffalo. I want to believe in Buffalo, and if they can just kind of like tighten up a little bit on defense, I don't see any reason why they won't win this game.
well, the thing about it is, if you look at the AFC race, Josh Allen is one of the only quarterbacks next to Aaron Rodgers that has major playoff
Playoff
experience.
experience,
So
yeah.
that's going to be huge. And then winning games just late in the year is his kind of mo.
Specialty, yeah.
Yeah. So I picked the
He's great
Bills. I
come
know I
winter.
picked the Bills not just because I'm biased against the Eagles, but I think they just take the game. The Eagles, to me, they're like the NFC's version of the Broncos. Great
Yeah, I think that's
defense.
a really good way to put it.
Offense is very uh, cannot trust it.
Yeah. But their
Um,
defense is not as especially the way they've been playing lately, it's not as incredible as I was led to believe
no,
statistically.
it's a
They've
great
got some
defense, but it's
weaknesses.
not like a
It's
insane
not like
defense.
it's not like the Texans or the Seahawks
No,
that are like just crushing it on defense right now.
no, it's not. It's definitely not like that. Um, yeah, no, that's a good game, and then you got another really good game. You got the Bills or the Bills, God, the Niners and the Bears. I was thinking B.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think that'll be good too. I think the
I-
Niners are better though.
this is a game of two teams that not many people are talking about contending for a Super Bowl. Like the Bears are a good team, and
Yeah,
now whether they're like major Super Bowl contenders, I really don't know because Ben Johnson's
Not
such a
enough
good coach and play
experience
caller,
to
but not
me.
enough experience. Yeah. Great
I think
defense.
I've been sleeping on the Bears a little bit. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
and I think you're
they're
right.
a great
Like they're
defense
better
with a good
than
offense, and they've been riding that to victories. I mean, but also to be fair, they struggled so heavily against this Packers team who was down and injured and had to rely on a onside kick and overtime victory to make a win. You know, it's
this
It's
season
true.
has been such an important showing of like how much coaching matters.
yes, like
Like this,
two
it's been
coaches
the such a big thing
two
for this year.
coaches in their first year have taken two 3-win teams and turned them into 12 and 11 win teams. That's all you have to say. Vrabel
Yeah,
and
Ben
Ben
Johnson.
Johnson have done a great job at turning
Yeah,
them around.
but it's not just good coaching. We've got to see bad coaching too. Like we'll talk about the Giants again. The Giants are a team I think with a lot of talent on it. We've had some injuries, but we've got to see what coaching decisions have done to that team. Even like talking about Harbaugh with the Ravens. Even talking about Adam. You talking about your Panthers. Sometimes you watch them and you're like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
Why are you
there's
why
Canales.
are you calling
Canales'
it this
game
way?"
plan sometimes against good defenses is like super conservative, and it hurts to watch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it has been a season of like just coaching is so important. I mean, the Broncos, like a lot of their
Sean
success
Payton.
is coming from that coaching for sure.
Yep.
He
Um,
ain't got Drew Brees to bail him out no more.
And then
Now he
look at
has no
Dallas.
Breeze.
The opposite. You have Matt Eberflus as your coach. He for some reason, Kenneth Murray must have dirt on Eberflus and his family because the fact that Murray played almost the entire game against the Commanders, and Logan Wilson didn't even log a single snap is criminal. I don't understand that. Even Jerry was like pissed off at that. He was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm very fed up with the scheme in the personnel
Well,
decision. That's a
you know
direct
what it
quote
is.
right
The
there.
dragon has three heads.
The dragon has three heads. One's a murderer. The other's a king whose crown weighs heavy, and the other
Yeah.
his ideas will burn the cities. And it's just Kenneth Murray, Jerry Jones, and Matt Eberflus. But
Yeah.
I don't know. There's been it's just showing how important having the right coach and the right scheme is. Because I mean, look at the offense. I usually complain about Dallas's offense and its play calling every year, but this year I haven't had to because Shoddy and the offensive coordinator have done a great job of keeping our offense in check. But it's just our defense has let the team down. In my opinion, I really want Eberflus gone, and then you should call up your former DB's coach Al Harris, who I think is on the Seahawks right now, and be like, "Hey, you want to be the defense coordinator? We need a defense coordinator. Come back." And I'd give him a shot. Because notice how he leaves one season and the Dallas DBs revert to like playing like toddlers. So,
Yeah.
but
Man,
it is what it is.
how crazy is it that like that Adam's team is the one that's the most up right now.
I actually don't think it's that crazy. I to be honest, had Dallas down. I didn't think we were a playoff team at the beginning of the year because I knew we were going to have these type of woes. I think we're actually better than I thought we were going to be. I thought we were going to be like a 6-11 type of team, but if we're going to end the year like 7-9-1 or 8-8-1, that's still better than I thought we were going to be considering we had to transition so many coaches and a lot of players leave. So,
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I'll be honest, I didn't expect much out of the Giants either, but I mean
no
the
one
Panthers
did.
are kind of on the up. I think as a team,
um,
especially y'all were playing good at the end of last season too, weren't you?
we were. It's mainly our offense started to kick into gear. Defense was still crappy. They'd force a turnover every now and again. And we'd be like, "Holy crap!" They did something. But this year they've been a lot better. What we have to get better at is getting off third downs. That's something we have struggled. We were really good at the start of the year getting off the field on third downs, I thought. And then this past like couple weeks we've been pretty crappy at that. But we've had a lot of injuries, especially on defense side of the ball. We're losing our starting linebacker. He's out with shoulder surgery for the rest of the season now. Um, so definitely next year we will be adding to the linebacking room. That's definitely probably going to be That will probably be number one on the docket for this draft and for this offseason. Improving that linebacker room. Uh, I've also recently I've seen some talk about maybe pursuing Mason Crosby in the offseason.
Interesting.
Max Crosby, not Mason Crosby. Goodness
I know what you
gracious.
meant. You meant Max. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, but pursuing Max Crosby in the offseason, with because they're shutting him down for the rest of the season, and he apparently was not too happy about that. He wants to play. That fits the Dan Morgan type of player, just an absolute dog, ready to go to war
Hate
every
to break
single
it to you,
play.
buddy. That's a cowboy right there.
No, that's an opposite of the cowboy.
That's a
He
cowboy right there.
he fits the Dan Morgan mold. He would
Nah, we
be
need
an
more divas in this
excellent.
locker room. We need him and Pickens boxing every match before the game.
No, it would be exactly the type of mood they would need. It would just take a lot to get him. So I'm kind of hesitant to do that, and I feel like Dave Morgan would also be hesitant to do that because he's seen we've had the best draft probably in our whole entire existence this past offseason. Every single position, even down to a sixth round pick, has put in valuable time on this team. So it's clear that we have the game plan in mind. That's why I don't think we'll make the trade for Max Crosby because it doesn't fit that mold. But
Well,
he fits in terms of player style and mentality. He fits the Dan Morgan mold. Just somebody that's going to go out there and bust your fucking teeth every
yeah.
play.
I'm gonna stop you right there, pal, because we gotta move you to who are your frauds, buddy? Let's on fraud alert for today.
Fraud alert. We need like a siren or like an alarm to go off every time.
Me, me,
Meow.
me.
Who's
But
on fraud watch?
Time for the frauds.
Let me guess. Number one, Josh
Number one.
Allen.
Josh Purdy,
Number
Brock Allen.
number one, Josh Allen.
Yeah, you keep putting him on there. This way he balls out against the Eagles.
I mean, I should put myself on there for that Brock Purdy take, but I mean, you could tell from the second he took the freaking field that he was about to light the team up. I'm sorry, he just
We-
had an or. He
we
had
were
an or.
watching that game, and you were like, you watched him throw the ball, and you're like, that was a beautiful throw. I was like, that's crazy. Bro's glazing Brock Purdy right now.
It's he. I saw a different player. I tell you, that was the most impressive I've seen him. He was just dialed in every single throw he was making. It was on the money. He had some risky ones where it could have been a pick or should have been a pick. However, he had a lot of them. It's like, damn. So, definitely probably should put myself on there because of that take on Brock Purdy because he was a
Well,
different animal. I
To be
tell you,
fair,
it's
we
like I
have you
saw a
on fraud
man
alert
come
because
alive.
you are a fraud.
That's true. That's true. Uh, I think the biggest fraud. Well, in terms of overall frauds this past week, how about the Lions and freaking Jared Goff?
Yeah, but you
Oh
gotta
my
pick.
God.
I agree with you, but you gotta pick a fraud for coming up.
I
Yeah,
know,
Who's
I
on
yeah,
know,
fraud
but
watch?
still, that was the
You're
biggest.
right.
That was the
You're
yeah.
absolutely right.
that was the biggest fraud
That
of
was
the
so
past
sad.
week or coming up.
Yeah,
That was
yeah. I
pitiful,
agree.
utterly pitiful.
I was
I
shocked.
would I would love to do some of these bowl games for the fraud watches, but most of them are not really worth it because we all know Clemson's losing to Penn State.
Yeah.
It's
What
called the
about
opt-out bowl.
Indiana and oh my goodness, who's Indiana playing?
You don't
They're
think
playing.
maybe Ohio State's on fraud watch? Like, are they as good as they are, or will they also lose to Miami?
They're good enough. I think Ohio State's good enough to beat Miami. Miami won the shit off against freaking Texas A&M. They ain't good enough. Um, in terms of frauds this next coming week, I ain't really thought about it too much. I'd probably say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Interesting. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think
Nobody
you
expected them to be this low at this point in the
Exactly.
season. Everybody thought
They're
they were going to run away with the division.
they're 1-6, I think, is the stat now. After our game in the last 7 games, so and completely just opened the doorway for us to cruise in and even play. Even when we did not make the build off our opportunities to win, they still lost too, which kept us in the same exact spot. So they are definitely on the front. If you can't come in and get your mind right on an away game against an opponent like Miami, doesn't have their starting quarterback in, has a rookie quarterback, how can you come in there and lose that game, especially when your season's on the line? This will
Mm,
determine a lot to me of what the mentality is for this team. This is one of those games where it's like, this is it. You have to do something here. And so if they get down early, I would not be shocked if a lot of those players for the Buccaneers just quit. So
yeah, you think so?
I think it's a good possibility. That's why I think they're on my fraud watch because I expect them to fully well go into Miami and
I
lose.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's kind of a bold uh prediction there. That's a bold sort of like thing to put out there. But I think you're right because I think if that happens, then they're fraudulent, like
Oh yeah.
without a doubt. Now it's especially crazy because they were 5-1 at one point in the season, and people were
Hmm.
talking about Baker potentially winning the MVP because he was playing really well. And I do think Baker's good.
Yo.
Obviously, his shoulder is basically dislocated right now. You
Nah,
know,
the Bucks fell off hard, and it kind of
um,
it sucks for them, but it sucks for us
yeah.
because we
Shit.
have to we have to move on to the college football segment of the show. We are at
Okay.
40. We're past 45 minutes, so we got to get into this
Man, we're
segment now.
moving.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
we're
zooming.
zooming today.
Um, so first, I kind of want to start about talking about the group of five teams. They ended their automatic bid into the playoff, just like the ACC did last season with Clemson. It is what it is. You went in, you got your backs blown out after making all that stink, and then you're out. That's the biggest thing. Cause like, I mean, to be fair, Clemson last year deserved to be more in than they did this year. But it's just
Shit.
you made this big ass stink about a group of fives belong to within what the two major losses to Oregon and Ole Miss. So it's like that didn't really matter. I think we need to talk more about the playoff format. I think it really just needs. I hate 12 teams. I just hate it.
I
It
disagree.
sh- it should be eight. No, I think it should be less. I think it should be around eight. I think eight's like the perfect number in my opinion. Um, I don't think
I
there
heard
should be any
someone.
bye weeks, and I think you just keep playing throughout. Or if you're going to do 12, maybe if you debate those last spots, you have certain spots for playing games. So, like, maybe you have eight automatic, or not like automatic bids, but eight teams that you know are getting in, and then the last four spots you have playing games on championship weekend for teams who aren't doing conference championships. That way you know which teams are good and get in. But I think the format just needs to be tweaked or dropped down. That's just my opinion. What do y'all think?
I
Some. I'll let
Go
you
ahead.
go first. I was gonna say. Somebody. I was talking to somebody earlier this week about this, and they had a crazy take, and I had to bring it up because I forgot to mention it to you, Riley.
Oh
They
Jesus.
said it should be 16 teams
Of course they
Yeah,
instead
did.
of
well, because their
12.
team's probably trash and can't get in unless they keep expanding the damn playoff.
Probably. Um, but that's crazy because
Sounds like
like
a Vandy fan.
16 is a lot. Like that's a lot. Uh,
Yeah, and they still
16's
gotta
too
they gotta go
much.
to college. They gotta graduate. They still got shit to do. You forget these are
No, they
college
don't.
kids.
You know,
yeah.
you know damn well they ain't going to no class during this time, especially if they in the playoff game.
Yeah,
They
because
got
because
special
Shane Beamer
privileges.
and his graduation rate at 3%. I know, buddy.
I know,
Well,
but
Dabo sits at 99.
I like the play-in idea that you had. I mean, I like the current set that we got. I think I like 12. I think it would be. I previously supported the 8 teams. However, I also think of it as um more football. So
Well, you do the
It's
12
giving more
teams.
opportunity.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Uh, well, no, I'll go. Um, damn it. Uh, I think. Okay, just go.
it's like I was talking about. If you're gonna do 12, you do the 8. You know, they get in. I think you have to have stipulations within it. It's like you give 4 automatic bids to the to the 4 Power Four champions, as long as the Power Four champions have 10 or more wins. You know, you gotta have that stipulation. Um, and then the other at-large teams that have like 11 or 12 wins get their in and stuff like that. But then when you get to the bottom 4, which is where all the debate starts to heat up and rivalry about, it's like you have an Oklahoma team who is not playing on championship weekend, and a Vandy team who might want to get in and not playing on the championship weekend have a play-in game. You know, like have them clinch a spot into a certain play-in game. They play each other, and boom, the winner of that game gets in. And then there's no more debate if they should got in over the other person or not. Same thing with Miami or Notre Dame. You could have matched them up again. They weren't playing conference championship weekend. Boom, play-in game right there. I just think you got to format it somehow like that. It's going to be a lot more complicated than what I'm putting out there, but it's just you got to do something like that because I'm tired of hearing all these people bitch and moan about the playoff committee, and then they make their playoff picks, and I'm like, it's just as bad. Like there's no really right choices that you can go with. No matter who you go with, they're just gonna cry about it. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but yeah, I think this week don't have any playoff games. We got bowl games this
No, we
weekend.
just got bowl games. You have Georgia Tech and BYU sometime soon.
I
Is
know
that
y'all
tomorrow?
play tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, we play tomorrow at noon. Battle of the opt outs. We each have like tons of starters out, so it's going to be a very interesting game. I think they just came out and they said 4 of the 5 starting O linemen for Penn State are just not playing. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, with Georgia Tech and
Pittsburgh and
BYU is
East
tomorrow.
Carolina might be good.
Yeah, you got Georgia Tech and BYU tomorrow, Virginia and Louisville, LSU and Houston. Those will be some decent games.
Virginia and Missouri.
Oh, yeah, Virginia, Missouri. I said Virginia, Missouri, right?
Louisville played the other day.
You're right. You're right. I don't know why I said Louisville. Yeah, you got some okay games tomorrow. I don't think you have playoff game until the first. No, you have okay. No, you have
No,
Miami and Ohio
31st.
State. Yeah, I see that now. You have Miami and Ohio State the 31st. Um, Speaking of the playoff games, I just Miami. They should, and I'm not saying they will, but they should get wiped out by Ohio State. I don't see them standing like a lick of a chance, in my opinion. I think Ohio
I
State's
don't
just
either.
too good on defense, and their offense is better than Texas A&M's, and they'll move it a little better on Miami's defense. Unless now say Miami's defense does play like the Texas A&M game and is not letting Ohio State move the ball, then it'll be an interesting game. But I think still, when it comes down to that, Ohio State has the better defense and the better offense. So you got to give it to Ohio State.
Yep, I agree. Um,
The most interesting
I
game,
keep trying.
what'd you say?
Mm,
The most interesting game in the
Nothing.
playoffs right now is going to be that Oregon and Texas Tech game. Because these are like two teams that I have not seen anyone like majorly talk about outside of their own fan bases. Like Texas Tech has a very
Mm-hmm.
stout defense, and then they're 12-1 and heading to the playoffs. And then you have Oregon who got kind of a tune-up game in the playoffs. I wonder how that's gonna affect them going forward. If like that was a very good thing for them, they got to tune up their offense and their defense, and Texas Tech got to sit there for a week. So I wonder if that's gonna be the key to the game. Now I know the Oregon fans are upset over the uniform combo, but they can get over it.
They just They always complain about something in Oregon.
We always lose with gray pants. Why are we wearing gray pants? Why?
Y'all always lose always in the big time moments.
Yeah, I don't think it's the pants, buddy. I don't
Get
think it's the
over it.
pants.
What do you guys think
Y'all were
about
wearing white pants when
Colton
Ohio
ain't gonna
State
be happy
washed you
about that
last
take.
year.
what do you guys think about Ole Miss and Georgia?
I mean,
Fuck Ole Miss.
you.
Georgia, go
Oh yeah.
Dogs.
No,
Well,
listen,
we
I
all
think
have
Georgia's
Georgia
gonna win
winning, but
easily.
it's like
But
everybody's
we
keeping an
have
eye
to
on the
talk about Ole
Cinderella
Miss
story.
because of the drum.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Lane
we got to
Kiffin
talk about
saga.
the Lane Kiffin
What's
saga.
that coming down the tracks?
Give
I
me
don't know what's coming down the
Alabama.
track.
No.
Give me Alabama.
No,
Alabama plays Indiana.
yeah,
That's
I'm
going to be
taking
an
Georgia for
interesting
sure.
game.
But
But I think Indiana overall is again the way better team, and all you really got to do is pressure Ty Simpson. I think that's going to be like a 24-10 type of game, in my opinion. Um, the Alabama Indiana game, Georgia and Ole Miss. It will be interesting because they've already played this year, but it's like, is Ole Miss going to play up because of the Kiffin thing, or are they? Was it just a one-time thing? They won a playoff game and they're down. They're gone now. Like it's just over.
They'll play. They'll play hard and they'll play strong, but Georgia's going to break away in the third
Yeah.
quarter.
No, Georgia overall is the better team, and obviously they are going to be the more disciplined and coached team because, well, they have a coach.
Kirby Smart.
No offense to Pete Golding, but it's going to be
he's
very
pretty
hard
clever.
to put that team together in the short amount of time he's had. So I just don't see Ole Miss making it past Georgia, and then I don't see Bama making it past Indiana. It's that Oregon and Texas Tech game that's going to be like a toss up, and it's whether Texas Tech's defense can keep up with the air raid of Oregon, most likely. I don't know.
Uh, I bet that Alabama Indiana game's going to be a lot closer than I think it's coming.
So I think it's
Than
going to
it
be
should
like
be.
a 17-10 game going into the fourth quarter, and then Indiana just scores one more touchdown, and that's the 24-10 type of final score. That's what
Just
I think of.
just mainly based off of momentum. Um, Alabama having that game last week and feeling good about themselves, being down and still coming out and winning.
Yeah,
So they probably got a lot of
they got a
confidence.
little. Yeah, I was gonna say they got that confidence
Yeah,
right
but
now.
the biggest difference in this game coming up is Indiana ain't gonna have an offense that feeds them points.
Yeah,
So
yeah. This Indiana offense is well ran
yeah, like
in compared to
even
the.
if they stall, they're not gonna give you a free pick six at the end of the half like Oklahoma gave
Nah,
Bama there.
Mendoza's been really smart with the ball.
Yep. No, it'll be interesting with those games. Of course, I think. Who was the one who picked Texas Tech to beat Oregon? Was that you, Adam?
I think
I think it
so.
was him. Yeah, I think it was him.
Yeah, then I think me and Chris both picked Oregon. We all picked Indiana, and we all picked Georgia to win, and then we all picked Ohio State to take down the winner of the Miami A&M game. So yeah, I don't know. These aren't like I don't look at some of these games and get like super hyped for it, except for the Oregon Texas Tech game, just because the Oregon Texas Tech game is truly the one that I do not know what's going to happen in that game. Like the Indiana Alabama game, I feel like I know what's going to happen. Georgia Ole Miss game, I feel I know what's going to happen. Ohio State Miami game, I feel I know what's going to happen. But that's the beauty of college football. It's chaotic. It might prove me wrong, and I love that.
It's always a good part of it.
Yes, it
It's
is.
always chaotic.
Until your team's on the end of it.
My
Yep.
team's been on the end of a lot of it.
Your team's sucked. A lot of it. I
Yeah.
had a person comment on one of our stories because I posted on my Instagram stories and somewhere else, and dude's like, "You go to USC, but you're a Clemson fan. You confuse me." I'm like, "Yeah,
No,
buddy.
it doesn't. It's
It's
it's all
literally
about what you want to get done.
I live in this state and I live close to the USC and just go to USC, but I grew up a Clemson fan. I don't think it's that confusing, but it is what it is."
It is that confusing, actually.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah.
No, well,
Uh huh.
you went to school at
Do I
Clemson
need
as
to
well,
pull
though,
out the
didn't you?
soundboard,
So,
Adam?
No, fuck Clemson. I wasn't smart enough to get into
No,
Clemson.
him.
I
Riley
was.
did.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
at Clemson for a little bit.
Riley went to Clemson as well.
Yeah. I was at Clemson for a year and then came back down here. Took a year off, did Midlands Tech, and now I'm at USC for sports media.
Doxing himself.
Oh my gosh.
sports
I
media.
live in the South Carolina area.
Bro, they're gonna kill
No.
you in your
Who?
sleep.
Who are they?
Eagles fans.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Of course. The Eagles fans
But
know
yeah.
where I live. It's time for them to to kill me.
Mobilize.
Yeah.
I like your take on the Georgia Ole Miss as well. Um, I think Ole Miss will play motivated. I think it will probably
I think
be
so
like
too.
a 21-17 ball game.
Yeah, I think if you're the players, right? Like you want to win, even if your coach is gone. Like you want to win, and I know that he's getting paid anyways. Like he's getting
Yeah.
paid for them to win,
LSU
but
matched
you
the
still want to
stipulations
stick
in
it
the
to him to be
contract.
like, hey, I don't care that you're getting paid. We want to prove that we can win without you.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
we're winning
Hey,
because
look,
of us, not because of
hey,
Yeah,
you.
look, the
we
coach
are
held
winning in
the coach
spite
was
of you.
holding us back this whole time. We were a much better team than you thought, huh? You know,
Yeah.
that type of feeling.
They're still gonna lose though.
Oh yeah, no. Georgia's too good. I think Georgia's still just too good of a team that a Cinderella story ain't gonna work against them. This ain't
Yeah.
this ain't
But man, if it
college
does, will it be
basketball,
crazy?
man. This ain't college basketball.
Nope.
Well, moving on from the games, January 2nd, the transfer portal opens up, and that is when the true the true chaos of the college football that aren't the games proceeds to ensue, and it's
Yeah,
gonna
how
be
about
interesting. First time in a while, it's gonna be interesting as a Clemson fan to actually keep an eye on it. Man, it's kind of exciting.
yeah. How about South Carolina keeping Lenoris, keeping Dylan Stewart, and now keeping Nick Harbor on Christmas Day. Come out and say it. Also, A+ hires on defensive line, running backs coach, and we've got some names out there that we're already big time in. Peyton Lewis from Tennessee, instant upgrade, and Chaz Coleman from Penn State,
That Chaz Coleman
young
get would be
Just be
young
big
careful.
for y'all to match Stewart on the
Dylan
other
Stewart
side. Yep.
across. Yes.
Yeah, no, Adams actually. We talked about this a little bit earlier, I think, in the week. You're very excited about some of the moves that your team's been making.
We're making all the right moves currently. Need to keep making them. Have a big time transfer portal. Get you some blockers that can block Lenore for Lenoris.
That can block
Because
Lenore's like his old
yes,
ones.
yeah,
You know,
but he
I'm kind of excited to see for myself because I remember talking to you the start of or before this season started last year, and you were not nearly as excited going into this season as you seem
He
to be right now.
he texted me the other day about the two transfers. He thought that they were talking to Lewis and Coleman. He's like, I might start getting delusional again.
Hey, listen, good for you, man. I hope that you can. Whether or not it means anything, right? But like if you feel confident enough or if you feel like if your team's making you feel that way, then that's probably a good thing.
Now Clemson, on
I
the
just
other hand,
yeah, Clemson. I loving this.
dude, we're being told that this should be a larger transfer portal class. I know we at least have 7 spots available, but some of the people I've talked to have said we should be thinking more double digits. They're talking about quarterback's going to be a huge priority to get, which is odd because I thought Dabo was a big Vizina's our guy, baby Josh Allen's our guy, but that's going to be a little interesting.
DJ Lagway.
No, I guarantee you DJ Lagway is probably the reach out, just because he was a major target for us 2 years ago and we were very high on his list. I also think they'll probably reach out to, I'd assume, the Sorsby, the Cincinnati quarterback. They'll probably reach out to Hoover, because Hoover was committed to both Garrett Riley and Tom Allen at one point. And then I know they're reaching out to that Harvard quarterback. But other than that, they're looking for starters at safety and defensive back. They're looking for a linebacker. They're looking for two defensive ends. And Dabo, he did pull that crap where he's like, I'm not going to cut a deal, but he quite literally just meant that he's not going to cut a deal. He's pretty much just going to set his offensive and defensive coordinator into the portal and let them get what they need to rebuild what they need. So it'll be interesting. I think we'll at least take maybe 5 or 6. If 10 truly does come true, I would be utterly shocked. But I know we're at least taking a safety, a defensive end, a linebacker, probably one DB. I'd assume a quarterback. I don't think anything else on offense. Maybe a running back. So be interesting. It's the first time in a while I can actually monitor this portal cycle and be like, hey, my team might actually talk to someone.
Nice. We've got hope. Look at that.
Yeah. Also considering I think he's going to keep Garrett Riley, so that'll be an interesting choice. But I don't see him firing his offense coordinator just yet, unless maybe he really is just going to evaluate the Penn State bowl game as his final test. But I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, a quick question to y'all. Do you think because of the transfer portal and NIL, we're gonna get more seasons like this year where we can't really pick a winner, and it's gonna even out the playing field even further as we go out, and you'll see just like random teams start making the playoffs one year?
I hope so.
Uh, it's still probably going to be whoever invests the most money into it. But it also then it relies on development and coaching. College is a lot different than
Yeah,
NFL. You can't just go out there and buy teams because it doesn't work. You gotta have everything else to go with it. So, um, but yeah, I think we are seeing a lot more parity. I mean, you got
yeah,
Indiana and Texas Tech, two teams that haven't. Indiana hasn't been relevant in back when they played with probably brown helmets. But in terms of Texas Tech, they haven't been relevant since Mike Leach and Michael
yep,
Crabtree. So
yep,
it's adding a lot more opportunity for more teams that do have those resources, but haven't been able to use them because of obvious reasons, but they still did it.
yeah,
But it's just it's shown a lot more parity. Like you said, it's just not. I don't think it will be consistently as it is this year, just because it was kind of a weird portal season a little bit. It just
yeah,
wasn't as exciting. Uh,
yeah,
Not compared to like 2 years ago or something like that. I think this year it should be interesting with a lot of big names going in now. Um, and if those teams that can maintain those that talent transition most possible, and then add big time players in, i.e., Georgia, you're gonna get teams like this. So, uh, I think it's all about everything. But I do agree there's gonna be a lot more parity. You'll probably see more seasons like this.
yeah. All right, moving forward, time for the Planet Pick Six. Gonna run through this quick because we need to get our hot takes, and we're about wrapped up with this podcast. Best win, I put down the Jags. Obviously, they took down the one seed Broncos very easily, so it was a good win for Trevor to show that he can carve out his hot streak does continue into a really good defense. Worst loss, I put Oklahoma because you had a 17-point playoff lead and you choked it away in the span of like 5 minutes. You just can't do that,
At
man.
home,
At home in front of your fans,
Mm-hmm.
that's just bad. Best QB performance, I put down Brock Purdy. Threw for 5 touchdowns on the Colts and kept his team alive for one seed in divisional hopes. Really good game out of him. Worst coaching decision, I gave it to Elko when he was going for it down deep in the fourth quarter instead of taking the points. You're in a very close game. Every point mattered, and you just screwed it up there by going for it and not getting it. I put under the radar. I put Texas Tech. Biggest reason is top tier defense. I know that defense is insanely good and good at stopping the run, but no one really talks about their offense or how well rounded they are. So I think they're kind of under the radar. And if they score a huge victory against Oregon, they might actually have a really good shot at taking down the winner of Indiana and Penn State, or Indiana and Alabama. Yeah, they would have a great shot at taking down Penn State. Penn State sucks. Um, Upset watch, I put Indiana, and it's just because like what's the chance that Oklahoma does ride the coattails of that victory and that comeback in Oklahoma? Or that Bama rides that Oklahoma momentum all the way through at least until the next game. So put Indiana on upset watch, but I still think Indiana wins. All right, hot takes. Who wants to start?
Y'all can go. I'm still thinking about mine.
Oh
Oh
boy.
man, I don't have any hot takes. All my takes are accurate takes. Is what they are.
Lukewarm room
Yeah,
temperature.
they're cold takes. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna go with the Bills pick because I don't think that's a hot take. I genuinely don't. Here's a hot take, and I'm literally just now coming up with it. Okay, just as we're saying this right now, and I'm almost certain that I picked the other team to win this game when I made the pick. I kind of feel like Baltimore might beat Green Bay.
I think Green Bay is actually going to highly be without Jordan Love.
They
Oh,
Um,
are
ain't got
they?
Lamar.
oh, is
Oh,
there no
Lamar's not
Lamar?
playing. Oh my
I
Oh
goodness,
don't
I didn't
think.
God.
even. Well, I don't know.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I thought he was. I thought he was out. I did. I thought Tyler Huntley was still rolling it.
I do not know.
Um. Let me see. Hold on. Hold your horses, everybody.
I'm holding them. I'm holding them.
You ain't holding them strong enough. They getting through.
Oh no.
Jackson did not practice. He's listed as doubt. Jackson is listed as doubtful. Oh
He
no.
he
No.
ain't playing.
Love.
He ain't
That's
So
playing.
fine.
no
They ain't got
Jackson,
nothing
no
to.
love. No Jackson, no
That's not my
love.
hot
Oh
take.
boy.
Now here's my hot take. It's not a hot take at all. I think it's a cold take. I think it's an ice cold take. The Giants are beating the Raiders, baby,
He had to
and
flip
it's
his
gonna
take.
be great. That's my hot take. It's not really a hot take, obviously. I think the Giants are better than the Raiders. I do. I don't even know that it's necessarily good for us to win this game,
I got my
but
hot take ready.
I think
I have my hot take ready
that's
too.
the best I'm gonna do. All right, you guys go then.
I think Shador Sanders, Mr. Perfect Timing. Did I
Let's
take
go.
yours? Did,
No,
oh, Shador Sanders, Mr. Perfect Timing, bust down my AP, and the Browns beat the Steelers. Yep, it's that
I would
time of the
love
year.
that.
Mike Tomlin has to
That
go
would be
9-8. There is no doubt that this will win. Tomlin has to go 9-8. He can't break the curse. So, give me the Browns over the Steelers in a very close
I
game.
love
Ooh,
that. I hope Shaduri
that
balls
is
out.
so good. Yeah, I hope that's true too.
I mean, he gets a he gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I've noticed. I used to hate on Shaduri. I thought he's a little cocky son bitch, and I still think he is a little cocky son
Bust down
bitch.
my
He's pretty
AP.
good
But
though.
Perfect timing.
I see a lot of just influence in him. Uh, It's it's
I don't know.
kind
I've
of
actually kind of liked the way he's played.
it's
Like,
it kind of reminds me a lot of what Cam was doing, of just going out there and having a fun time and showing off.
Well, Chris, the only thing and the reason he gets the hate is because of all the college stuff that went down with him and his dad at Colorado. So, because you didn't follow
He had
college
a lot of
as much,
stuff.
because you didn't follow college as
yeah,
much, you don't know all the crap college football had to go through because of him and
yeah. I
his
know people
dad.
weren't happy with him, but is it him or is it his dad that they're not
It's his
happy with?
dad. It's his
Stad.
dad.
Because clearly you can see from now being in the NFL, it's humbled him.
Yep.
He's a lot more humble. It seems this experience of being behind Dylan Gabriel and everything like that. That could have been the plan from the start for the Browns. Um, but it could not be also because they were
They are the Browns.
yes.
Yeah.
But
They're not the
I
Browns for
think
draft day either. You know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
They'll be
Makes it
interesting.
yeah. I'm gonna trade my first round top 5 pick for 2 second rounders. That'll be efficient enough. I definitely will not get
Yeah.
fired at the end of the night.
All right, fraud. What's your take?
But still on the Shadur's thing, I think he might be a baller. He's shown a lot of him and Harold Fanning have an insane connection.
Yeah. I mean, I hope
But
it works out for him, and I mean that.
in term in terms of my hot take, I got a good one. Cowboy. I'm just kidding. It's the
Cowboys are gonna win.
they,
Buccaneers, Miami.
no, it's going to be the Carolina Panthers are
Oh.
going to upset
Uh-oh.
the Seattle
Oh.
Seahawks at home to beat another first seed in the NFC to
Ooh.
prove to all the haters we here.
Good one.
That is a hot take.
And you'll be there.
That's a good one.
And
And
I will be there.
And he believes it in his
He
heart of
does.
hearts.
Yep.
He'll never admit it until like if it happens, he'll be like, I knew it. I always knew.
Yep.
Otherwise it'd be like, I knew, it was never gonna happen.
All right,
But
boys.
he does believe it. He truly does.
Yep. It's time to wrap up
All
this
right.
podcast.
Unfortunately.
Planet Football, episode 8.
Planet
Thanks for
Football,
listening,
episode 8.
everyone.
The final countdown is over. Signing off.
Okay, good.
Good night.
Show